Hi everyone, my name is Michelle, and for those of you that are unaware, my husband and I have been on a health journey. I myself have lost 65 pounds, and I just wanted to share with you some of the meals that we've been making. Today I am going to be making chicken fried rice, but instead of using regular rice, I will be using cauliflower rice. It's actually amazing, and I cannot believe the phenomenal flavor that this meal has, and it'll leave your house even smelling just as amazing as it tastes. So here we go. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna move the phone over here so you can see what I'm doing. So I've already done the meal prep. So first what we are going to do is we're gonna spray the pan with some Pam. And we are going to scramble some 3 whole eggs. And we want to fully cook them, but we're going to cook them and just keep them a little soft. And then once they are cooked, we are going to remove them from the pan, and we're gonna set them aside. So I just grabbed a bowl to set them aside in. So let's go ahead and get these eggs cooked up. Now, for those of you curious, I'm just pulling up the recipe here. This is a 2-serving meal. It is a 1 complete lean and green meal, which is what my husband and I eat. So what that consists of is 1 lean protein and 3 servings of a vegetable. It also counts as 2 condiments and then 2 healthy fats, which is why it is a full lean and green meal. It has everything covered that you need for your 1 lean and green per day. So like I said, once the eggs here get cooked, then we will go ahead and remove them and set them aside, and we will be adding them back in a little later. And then the next thing we'll be doing is heating 2 teaspoons of olive oil over a medium-high heat. And then we will be adding 1/4 of a cup of chopped green onion. And then we will be cooking them for about a minute. Looks like the eggs are starting to cook here. And I do have a pan now, or the burner set to a medium-high heat as well for the eggs, which is the temperature you will stay at through this whole meal. For our lean protein, what we'll be having is the chicken, obviously for chicken fried rice, but it is pre-cooked and it is diced. So I went ahead and pre-cooked the chicken before recording, and I just diced it up myself. So it is 6 ounces of chicken is what you'll be adding as well. Too much longer here for these eggs. Since we'll be adding them back in, I will be fully cooking them, but just leaving them still just a little bit moist. we are gonna go ahead and set these aside. And we'll be adding the eggs in a little bit. Okay, so now sorry about this, my iPad just locked up. Okay, so next we will be adding 2 teaspoons of olive oil. So I got my teaspoon and my olive oil. Get that added. And we will add our 1/4 of a cup of the chopped green onion. And like I said, we just need to cook these for about a minute. It doesn't take too long. And while those are cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the cauliflower, which I already pre-measured. So and I just threw it in a bowl. The measurement is 2 3/4 of a cup of the cauliflower. So we'll be adding that next, as soon as these onions are done. It's already smelling so good. All right, so now we're gonna add the cauliflower, right? Again, that's 2 3/4 of a cup. It's frozen, so in here. Now we're gonna stir that up, and we are gonna cook the rice for about 4 to 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my timer for 5 minutes, but we may do a little less. So while that is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other things ready to add. So we will be adding some soy sauce, but I do recommend a low sodium soy sauce to help keep this as healthy as possible. So we are going to add 3 tablespoons after the cauliflower rice is cooked. So I went ahead and grabbed a tablespoon. And then we'll also be adding some garlic powder and some ginger. So we're gonna add 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, as well as 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. And then we'll go ahead and get that mixed up well. And then we'll also add back the eggs, as well as the chicken. And then the meal's complete. It is super easy to make and not at all time consuming. If you wanted to save even more time, you could go ahead and already purchase the chicken pre-cooked and diced for you, so you do not have to do that yourself. I would say that is the most time consuming part, is just getting that chicken cooked, because I just went ahead and baked mine in the oven. What I did is I bought just some frozen boneless and skinless chicken breasts, and then I just baked it in the oven at 375 for 40 minutes in a covered glass dish. So it's not a difficult thing to do, it's just a little time consuming. So if you want this recipe to be as quickly as possible, then I would just recommend getting it already diced and cooked for you. So we've got about 2.5 minutes left for the rice. So I have a 5-year-old daughter as well, and this is one of her absolute favorite meals, as well as my husband Jeff and myself. I love Chinese food, and on our program it's not something that we can eat right now. Rice is something we have temporarily cut out of our diet. However, we will, once we reach our goal weights, that's something that maybe we could have on occasion, but I really don't see the point when I have these amazing recipes at my fingertips, and this tastes just as good, if not better, than going to a restaurant and paying all that money for. And this is definitely a lot cheaper too. And it's healthy. And I get my Chinese fix, so, which is even better. We're just about done here with the rice. We're just under a minute left. So then we'll be able to add in the other ingredients and then enjoy. And like I said, this is 2 serving sizes. One of the things that I love about our program too is the meals are always, from what I've found, with the exception of one, is actually 2 serving sizes or more. So for our family, we end up actually saving money with doing this program versus spending more money, because especially if you're cooking for yourself, I do have my husband, but if you're someone who is cooking for yourself and you were to make this meal, then you could always just freeze it and have it again. So there went our timer. So let's go ahead and we're gonna add our soy sauce first. So we will be adding 3 tablespoons of a light soy sauce. Go ahead and I'm gonna get that all stirred in here. Get that mixed up well. All right, so now I'm gonna grab a 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. And as well as 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. And let's get those mixed up well before we add back our egg and our chicken. Back first, get that cooking a little bit more since it is still a little moist. are 6 ounces of pre-cooked chicken breast, boneless and skinless. And I'm a little messy of a cook, but hey, I love it. And I feel pretty good at it. Also, if you prefer this meal spicy, you certainly can. So one thing you can do is add just a dash of some red pepper flakes if you like a little spice. We have a 5-year-old daughter, like I mentioned her earlier, so that is not something that we generally add. She is not a fan. And voila, it is all done. So this is, like I said, it is a complete lean and green meal. It is 2 servings. It is called chicken fried rice, and all done. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll be posting another video in the next day or two, and take care.